Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. With more and more exchanges relisting XRP, it's safe to say that the train has already left the station. Are you prepared for the LCX token Ripple's listing on the LCX market tomorrow? If not, you'd better get ready, for the train has already left the station. After almost 3 years, Ripple finally tweeted out some news a few hours ago, and we told you they were ecstatic. Wow, that's crazy, right? After over 3 years, you guys are still going strong. So far, you've come a long way, haven't you? Now, if you have been patiently holding on to your XRP throughout the SEC case, please like this video and leave a comment telling us how many of you can claim to have done so. However, on July 30th, a United States court rendered a ruling that would effectively put a stop to the cryptocurrency sector in the country. No one thinks XRP's security improvements are worth risking their lives for, right? Check this out. Not everyone in the Ripple community is fighting for XRP. However, this has far-reaching repercussions for the whole crypto sector in the US. Despite this, contempt for XRP and Ripple persists. I mean, how does that really make sense? Guys, just so you know, or applied, it has been less than a week since the decision landed, their time is not coming. Brad Garling residents. The simple line is that Ripple and the cryptocurrency community as a whole are riding a wave of positive momentum, and for that I am really grateful and proud of this team. It's safe to assume we're referring to males once more. As a result, this is excellent. The feedback, once more. I have no idea what's going on with those scams. Scam good luck, gents, and keep an eye out for them because I keep running into them. They tweet about it, so that ought to help. However, Sir also emerges. In the Senate hearing that took place today, Mr. Gensler once again misplaced the law and the Howey test, which is terrible. Right. Is the SEC really going to be permitted to continue spreading these fallacies, seeing as how these folks are still on their rampage stating that tokens can stand on their own as investment contracts? Now would be a good time to see if anyone can be SEC checked. Right? It's time to fire Gary. Maybe, just maybe, they're trying to do some good, guys. I have no idea. Right? Just give it some thought. I mean, it was Jay Clayton who initiated this whole thing, not Gary. However, the decision was completed or made under Gary's presidency. Guys, just give that some thought. Therefore, we must not dwell on the negative. Possibly, just possibly, the SEC will do its job and safeguard ordinary investors. I won't bring it up because, presumably, they still haven't. Maybe the tide will turn at that point though, people. Right. And perhaps at some point in the future they will. Guys, this is the thing we have to look at once again. I know I'll offend some folks with my admission that we enjoy Gary. However, we must consider opposing arguments. Maybe they're trying to shield regular people from the crash that's coming. Right? Right now, everyone is too happy to pay attention to the new class, but trust me, you will. Right? I have no idea. This is merely food for thought. Whether you agree or disagree with Attorney Jeremy's assessment of the Ripple ruling, you can't deny that it decisively undermines the argument that we don't need cryptocurrency regulation. Right. What do we observe this week in Congress and the cryptocurrency industry? Next week, the House committees will vote on the stablecoin and market structure proposals. There has been a great deal of communication that the general public has not been privy to. However, the Ripple case has had a significant effect on the bill's political trajectory. This is the reason why. So, there you have it. Ripple has battled for the security of the entire cryptocurrency market. Charles Brito was concerned that they would be abandoned, and perhaps they would be if we didn't communicate. There's a lot going on, but there's also a lot of resistance against it, both within the SEC and across the United States. Recently, a lawmaker on the House side of the United States Congress argued that cryptocurrencies are not securities, prompting SEC head Gary Gensler to request that the agency cease its attack on cryptocurrencies. As a result, the SEC has been the target of many criticisms. Right. Furthermore, take a look at this, guys, it's fascinating. Correct, July 23. Chairperson Gezer, in view of the recent ruling by Judge Annalisa Torres Guy's right of the South and Demolished District of New York, I'm prepared to ask if SEC intends to acknowledge the stupidity of the Commission's war against crypto assets. Can you believe that everyone in politics seems to be focused on the Ripple case right now? Correct, saying that churchgoers and how Ripple have fought for the entire US crypto business. Are you blind? There are so many visitors, right? Close tourists dating here. So then, all of it occurs simultaneously. Gary Gensler, chair of the Securities and Exchange Commission, has said that cryptocurrencies are fraud, scams, and abuse, yet he doesn't seem to care one iota. Wow, Gary really couldn't give a hoot if he tried, huh? He continues to make below-the-belt comments about how cryptocurrencies are still nothing but scams and abuse. And yet, he is telling the truth. Just give it some thought, guys. Something is definitely off, I told you so. That's right, the general public just can't see it. I'll try to explain. This may cause you to dislike me. However, I feel obligated to convey my thoughts to you people, as I enjoy avoiding the herd whenever possible. Whoa, that's interesting. The miss has been well trained. I assume you share my enthusiasm. Right. Now, though, consider this. Gary is making the case that some forms of cryptocurrency are fraudulent schemes and abuse. He is both truthful and correct. It's ironic because XRP is neither a hoax nor a digital asset. It's not even abuse. In reality, they used us up as a community. Right? Let's be brutally, absolutely honest with one another. However, he is not entirely wrong, as 99.9% of S coins and meme coins are fraud, scams, and abuse, with some developers creating fake currencies to steal people's money. Right. That's a paradox, right? I don't even know what to make of that. This is why, despite everything, Gary is still the hero, right? Therein lies the rub. I have no idea. What do you guys think is definitely happening right now? Meanwhile, that's also taking place. Gary, looking for a couple of $9 million in funding to aid the SEC in quote-unquote in the cryptographic equivalent of the Wild West. The okay, $9 million if you're right, that's worth $9 million. First of all, that's an absurd sum of money, and secondly, if we're going to look at it from the perspective of the regulars or their critical conspiratorial point of view, 109 you've hit rock bottom now, haven't you? You're currently at 0 and the Phoenix guys are on 91, right? What is going on with all these numbers, because this one is also weird. Wow, that's very odd. Hey, hold on there. Guys. We're about to dive into some serious territory here, what with the SEC's apparent interest in pursuing escorts and meme coins. They're trying to tame the cryptocurrency Wild West. Meanwhile, they're asking for $109 million, the Phoenix number, which is a desire. The Phoenix will rise from the ashes when everything else falls. Is that what you're going for? I have no idea. But the senators question after SEC head Gary Gensler met with Sam Bankman-Fried again, but still couldn't prevent the FTX fraud. Senator Johnny John Kennedy grilled him about it. I mean, they're all cryptos, but they're all corrupted guys, and it's kind of a paradox that they're all wrong. I have no idea. That's just odd. That's just odd, you guys. What, you folks? Think I'm trying to steal the SEC's side with this? You do realize that I am not a man, right? I don't like that because it takes a long time to resolve this matter. But it served a greater purpose, and it came at just the right time for humanity. I guess you could call that a thing. That means there are always 2.2 of us telling the story. We must take a balanced view of both. Let's get to this right now. Conceptual shifts. A major ruling from the SEC found that XRP is not a securities. Right. Today, then, they uploaded this. Okay, let's look into this. Ripple has been public about the SEC lawsuit since day one. And the CEO and chair was without merit and another attempt to govern crypto by force. The finding on July 30th by the court that the digital asset XRP is a cybersecurity is a watershed moment for the industry. It was truly historic. For the entire crypto business in the USA, not just Ripple. Exactly. As to why you still hold a grudge against the borough of Brooklyn, I have no idea. XRP? Really, I have no idea. This industry is the first to challenge the SEC, which could have far-reaching implications for the future regulation of digital tokens and securities across the country. Obviously, the Ripple example is where you should start. Seeking ripples. Only the question of whether or not the XRP coin could be considered a security under the law as an investment contract was ever at issue here. Even though the court has ruled that XRP is not a security, some people continue to treat it as though it were. They feel thus strongly about this currency. The decision from last week proves that SEC theory backers were misled. If the token by itself is not a security under the law, then the court decision makes a historic occasion not only for the company but also for the crypto market at large, as stated by Brad Garlin, CEO of Ripple. We have said, since the earliest days of the lawsuit, that Rob will be on the right side of the law, he added. The right side of history, meanwhile, considers the past in terms of decades and centuries, rather than mere seconds. Okay, but I'm implying that Ripple and XRP will stick around for the foreseeable future. This ruling is a major setback for the agency's regulation by enforcement agenda, which may take decades or perhaps centuries to recover from. I'm optimistic that Congress will act on crypto regulation shortly, and that this decision will be remembered as a watershed moment. The court also ruled that the executive sales of XRP on exchanges do not constitute the offering of a security. I wonder whether Brad Garlin House and Chris Larson will do this at a certain time if this is the case. Isn't this becoming interesting? Guys? I'm looking forward to tracking down Brad Garlin Home Wallets, Chris Larson, and possibly even David Schwartz to see when they sell at what could be the peak. Please listen carefully. Very interesting what it says. Although not yet confirmed, it is likely that the Ripple's XRP payments to developers, charity, and workers will be sold as securities. Right? The court, relying on the aforementioned quotes and the fact that XRP is not an investment contract in and of itself, made this determination. According to Sue Elder-Brody, Chief Legal Officer of cryptocurrency exchange Ripple, this decision will have profound consequences on how digital tokens are classified in an ACS moving forward. The court's ruling can now be used by others in the agency's crosshairs, and the SEC can no longer tell the record. And crypto, which was previously by large settlements with players that lacked the resources or conviction to fight back. And that, gentlemen, is why Ripple prevailed. They had the cash. They continued to struggle against the bear. Right? As you can all see, things are looking up for Ripple, and by the looks of things, this is only the beginning of their war. Right? Multiple foreign regulators, including those in Japan, Switzerland, the United Arab Emirates, UAE, and the United Kingdom, UK, had previously determined that XRP was not a security, and so these other exchanges have relisted XRP. It's time to give the people something more to cheer about for the 1-week anniversary, guys. Right? What could it be? A liquidity bank announcement? Who knows? Let's wrap things up in Asia. Sia's evident brilliance and Stephanie's race are both obvious now. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later. Bye.